guys, this is Tina. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm just here to bring you another one of my digi kits. So this one here is called The Secret Garden. I've just got these bits here just because I thought they looked so pretty kind of on top of these papers. So I'm just going to kind of move these out of the way whilst I kind of obviously show you the kit itself. So it's one of my larger kits consisting of 11 background pages and 12 what I would call the body of the kit, the ephemera kind of pieces. They're two separate PDF files, so you can kind of obviously print the background pages separately to the kind of body of the kit. So I'll just get straight in and kind of show you the pieces. So these are the background pages. You've got this one here, this one here, this one here, and I've printed these all on 160 GSM white card. I haven't tried printing them off on ivory, so I don't know quite how they'd look. This one here has been printed on copy paper. I don't know whether I've got one printed. No, I don't think I've got this one printed on card, but that's it on copy paper anyway, so you can kind of just get an idea. You know, it's pretty much kind of the same. Slightly brighter on copy paper obviously than this, because this seems more porous. You've got this one here with all the kind of flowers. Really like these kind of all over pattern papers at the moment. They're something that I'm quite enjoying kind of using and making. Then you've got this one here, this one here, this one here, this one here. Love obviously all the old buildings. This one here. Then you've got this digital collage page, which I love the digital collage pages. Just, yeah, really love them. So there's that one. And then what I've also included in this kit, which I haven't done before, but I might start including in, you know, many of my kits, I think, is I've included a kind of coffee dyed paper, just blank coffee dyed paper background page. I just thought this was really handy because if you're double siding kind of anything and you wanted something kind of plainish on the back, this is a really handy kind of thing to have. And also I thought if you were printing off journaling cards and things like that and you wanted to have them with a kind of, sorry, that's kind of obviously old printing. If you wanted to have them on something that, you know, other than just plain white card, you could obviously double side them onto just this coffee dyed kind of page, and then you've got obviously a kind of patterned background for them. So that's your background pages. As I say, there's 11 of those, and then you've got your, you know, what I would call the body of the kit, the ephemera kind of pieces. So you've got 12 pages of that. You've got this page here with obviously journaling cards, and you've got some little labels down the side, and some other kind of ephemera pieces here. Just checking I'm in frame because this is now the second time I've done this video, would you believe? So that's that piece. That's that page. Then you've got this page here. You've got some more journaling cards. You've got some landscape, you know, orientation kind of journaling cards there also. And you've got some tickets and another little piece there. Then you've got this page here, which absolutely love these kind of vintage old images. So I've left some of them plain with no flowers or anything else kind of on there. And then I've got obviously some with the kind of flowers. If I just zoom out slightly so you can kind of see the full page. Because I thought these would be useful in a multitude of journals, obviously if they weren't kind of coordinated with the flowers. And also I wanted to give you options for if you want to decorate them up yourself. So that's those. You've got here a page of tags. You've got 7 tags on here of varying styles and sizes. And again, I've left you a blank one there so you can kind of be creative and kind of make your own tag from that. Then you've got 2 pages here with pockets. So you've got here 4 pockets, you know, ready to kind of use in your journals there. And then you've also got some more little pieces down the sides, and you've got some larger kind of tickets here. Then I've included 2 envelopes, and these are slightly different envelopes. They have different images and they're obviously different sizes. So you've got those. And then you've also got another one of those little black and white kind of vintage images. And then this is, you know, what I call the really exciting part. You've got a few pages of, you know, fussy cutting items. This is on copy paper, this one. And you've got some frames with flowers and things. You've got some tickets and some various other pieces. You've got this one here. You've got some round tags. You've got some small kind of circular pieces, and you've got another journaling card there. Big kind of label here. Then you've got another one here. Again, you've got some journaling cards. You've got some more frames with the flowers. The frames kind of, you know, they're different sizes and styles. So you've got some, you know, with images inside them. You've got a couple of blank ones. You've got one with kind of some script. So you've got kind of various different options with those. You've got the doves. And then on this page, you've just got some flowers here, and you've got some chandeliers, you know, all coordinating obviously with the rest of the items in the kit. And then on the final page, you've got here some stationery items, which again, I've put the stationery on the final page. I'm just going to zoom back in now so that I can sit down to do a bit of a craft with me. So again, I've put the stationery items on a page, you know, on the last page, so that if you wanted to print them onto just copy paper, then that's quite easy to kind of separate this page out and do that. So that's all of your body of the kit items. As I say, there's 12 pages. I haven't counted how many elements you've got, but you do have an abundance of elements. So lots and lots of, you know, yummy goodies to kind of play with. So I'm just going to pop that to one side and we'll do a craft with me. So just going to pull in a couple of items which I had unfortunately kind of got started on before I realised that it wasn't actually filming for some reason. So if I kind of show you what I've done here, all I have done was I took this background page here, but it had been printed onto the 160 GSM cardstock, and I just cut out this section here. So, you know, I didn't kind of measure anything, I just randomly cut a section. And then from the fussy cutting pages, I just cut out this little piece from down the bottom, some of the flowers there from that piece, and then this pharmacy label from that page there. So that's kind of all I've done with that, which was when I then noticed that I wasn't filming, annoyingly. So all I'm going to do is kind of layer them up a little bit, you know, to just create a kind of very pretty, you know, decorative piece really to kind of pop into journals. So what I'm going to do is take some lace, I think, first, and I'm going to kind of layer lace, I think, kind of almost over the entire kind of piece. So if I just kind of cut that down, and I'm just cutting it very randomly. I'm not kind of, you know, I'm not being fussy about whether it's straight or not straight or anything. I'm just, you know, I've just cut it kind of randomly. And then all I'm going to do is kind of pop my items on, you know, at kind of a bit of a random like formation, I suppose, kind of onto there. Now I'm just deciding whether or not I want to ink this up and go for a quite grungy kind of vintage look, or whether I want to kind of, you know, keep it clean, as it were, and go for a kind of cleaner kind of look. So if I kind of just cut out, some flowers from my flower trim. So I've cut off some flowers from the flower trim there and just popped that on. And then I just want to rough my edges up of my kind of base piece. So I'm just going to kind of go around them like that. I don't know why, but for some reason, because I've kind of got out of the practice of, you know, inking so much lately, I kind of almost feel a bit fearful of doing it in case I kind of spoil the look of my pieces. I don't know what that's about, but I don't know whether that happens to you guys sometimes, but that's definitely kind of occurring for me. So I'm going to go for the, oops, not with that one, I don't think. Seems to be kind of coming away. Oh, well. It's going okay. It's maybe it's not. Right, I'm going to attempt to glue this on just so I don't have to rummage around looking for some new sponges. So right, let's just try that again. Oh no, that's not worked. Okay, I'll have to just be a bit careful. I'm kind of loath to switch my camera off because obviously this is the second time of doing this video. It's all getting a little bit kind of tedious really, but there we go. So I've just inked that. I'm just going to ink this piece here with the fussy cut kind of flowers. Just going to ink this label. I'm kind of trying to hold the sponge in place now. So just ink that up like that. I'll just ink up this piece as well. It's funny how quickly you kind of get out of doing things, isn't it? You know, kind of because I haven't been inking up, it now feels strange to kind of do it. And as I say, kind of slightly almost, oh, do I want to ruin it? Do I want to kind of do that in case it looks rubbish? So we've got our piece of lace here, and I was wondering whether we need to ink the lace or not. But actually I think the lace looks quite pretty like that. So I think we'll just kind of go for it like that. And then we have got this little flower, so I might just ink the flower a bit like that. I'm just going to kind of pop the flower on. So I like how that looks. And then all I'm going to do is, I'm still persevering with this fabric glue. So I'm still undecided what I kind of think to it, because, you know, despite the fact that I'm uploading these videos very kind of separately, you know, obviously I've filmed them in kind of bulk. So, you know, I haven't kind of had time yet to decide whether I like the glue or not. So I'm still undecided. Right, so I'm just going to kind of glue these down. So I'll just take my first piece here. I just gave that quite a kind of generous covering of glue there. Oops. Now I have got some more lace here, so this is like kind of death by lace, but I just wondered whether we might want to kind of pop some more lace on here. So just take that like that. Oops. And then cut that down a little bit. Oops. I mean, to me this looks very kind of bridal, you know, really kind of quite pretty and bridal, and, you know, very vintage and super yummy. So I'm going to kind of pop it like that, I think. So we're going to go for the overloading of the lace. So there we go. I've just got some tissue here to kind of mop up any excess. So just pop that on there. You have to excuse the back of this. It's just where I've obviously, you know, been printing out the kit until I kind of got it to my liking. So it's obviously been printed several times. So that's that. And then same with this one, I'm afraid. It's been printed multiple times. So I'm just going to kind of, again, just apply quite a generous bit of glue on there. Like that. Let's just check that I'm still filming because I'm slightly terrified now of it going off and me not noticing. So there we go. And then I've got my grunged up kind of flower now. So I'm just going to pop that on as well. I just hot glue that one down, and then that saves me kind of waiting at all. Now I might just trim this down because obviously my pieces are actually quite small on there, so I don't really need it quite as big as it was. So I'm just going to kind of trim it down there. Again, I just rough up the edges again, and then I just kind of re-ink them, but try not to kind of ink the lace overly much, because I quite like that kind of crisp lace against the grunged up kind of background. To me that looks quite pretty. So that's that piece there, and then we could add a couple of pretty buttons or something to that. So I've just got my little sack of vintage buttons here, so I'll just have a quick look through them. I should have really sorted out some more of my buttons. I've got some other vintage buttons over in a massive, great big, you know, like wicker basket, which I should have obviously kind of gone through, because these are all quite big now. And I'm struggling to find any that are quite small enough to put on my piece, because obviously I don't really want kind of massive great big buttons. I want them kind of reasonably delicate and small. So frustratingly I might have to flick the video off and go and kind of get some of my other vintage buttons. So back in a moment. Right, I've got a little selection going here to the side of me. So I'm just going to see what ones look pretty here to the side. So probably something like that. Do you want a contrasting one there? I'm going to stand up, I think, to kind of get a bird's eye view of this. So maybe just those, actually. So again, I'm just going to hot glue these down, because then that's nice and instant and I don't have to kind of wait around for it to dry whilst doing the video. Oops. Oh, come on. Right, so I'm going to just have to dab a bit of glue under there, because obviously that's not kind of glued down, that fabric. So there we go. So that looks really pretty. And then what I might do, and this is for no, you know, no useful reason whatsoever other than literally just for decoration, is just pop some string around here. So it's just, you know, normal string. So sorry guys, I hadn't actually noticed, but my camera had actually flicked off, and you know, my iPad had flicked off, it had run out of space. So I obviously didn't kind of quite film the end of making this piece. So literally all I did, you saw kind of that I was getting the string. So I've just tied the string round, popped a little tiny bow there, and I just glued it down here on the back. So you would kind of pop that into a journal. If I just bring one in to show you. Oops. Just kind of like that. I would tuck that in and just have it as a kind of tuck spot really on the page, just kind of in there. So really kind of quick and easy, and you know, just a kind of simple little piece really. So I apologise obviously for not having noticed that, but hope that you think that that's, you know, turned out kind of super cute. And yeah, obviously if you like the kit, then the Secret Garden kit is obviously available in my Etsy So thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks then. Bye.